Hi there, Steve from Cool Riffs Guitar School, and what I've done today is I've made up 2 presets for the Valeton GP-5. Now the first one that you've just heard is a cleanish AC based combo sound from the sort of 60s, and the second one was more around the 70s from a famous band that we probably all know, who the guitarist used a AC 30. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to set up the Bluetooth and for the GP5, and also this preset, or these presets, are actually using the modelled amps within the GP5, not the snap tone ones like I've done before. So if you wish, you can turn off the cab if you're going into your own combo amp. You could pop it through the FX loop, it's up to you. So there's lots of variables that you can do. Okay, so let's crack on. So to connect your GP5 and GP50, what you need to do with your device is just make sure that the Bluetooth icon is flashing on and off. You hold down the parameter button for 3 seconds on the GP5 and that will make that flash on and off. Okay, now what I need to do now is I need to go to this icon, press that, and then onto the GP5 BLE. There we go, and then onto the connect device. And there you have it, there's the app, ready for you to make your new presets. Right, so let's have a look at this app. It's quite straightforward. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the patch on the GP5 from absolutely zero, zip all. There's going to be nothing on it. The first preset I'm going to do is going to be what I call the AC Brit Clean. Yep, so there might be a little bit of gain on there, but not a lot. Okay, so let's, without further ado, let's sort it out. So what I need to do initially with this patch is I need to get the patch setting. That's the overall volume of the patch. The overall volume, I need to get that to 80. Okay, or thereabouts. Okay, then I need to go back to edit. Next, what I need to do on this patch, it doesn't have any preamps or anything like that, or any distortions. But what I need to find is the Foxy 30TB, which is already up there already. But let's not worry about that. Let's just have a look. As you can see, there's loads and loads of amps on here, and today I'm using a an amp that is modelled. There you go. So I need to arm it here with that little virtual switch, and what I need to do is put down some settings. The first setting I'm going to do is the gain, and that's going to be set to 5. So not a lot of gain on that. Then I'm going to go to the volume and I'm going to set that to 80. So I'm just going to pop that up from 50 to 80. I'm going to go as quickly as I can on this. Okay, so that was my volume set. My bass is going to be set to 60. And let's just move down. Now what happens is when you move this a little bit, it can, so just be careful, it can change your settings, so just be a little bit careful on that. My treble is going to be set to 50, which it is on already, and my tone cut is going to be set to 25. That just takes the high end off a bit, really, the tone cut does. So if it's a little bit too fizzy, then you can change that. Now, down at the bottom here, you can see I've got it set to cool. So that's the cool setting. You've got a cool and a hot setting on this. So a little bit more gainier on the hot. So we're going to use cool on this one. Now, what we need to do next is we're going to pop to the cab. Because without this cab, it's going to sound pretty horrible if you're using it through a DAW or anything like that. If you're using this through a normal combo amp, it might be a good idea to leave the cab setting off. But because I put mine through the studio and the DAW, I have my cab on. And let's have a look at the cab that I'm using. I'm going to use a Foxy 2x12. So let's have a look down the list. There it is. Foxy 2x12. and I'm going to set its volume to 50. So that's all set up now. That's beautiful. Okay, let's have a look what else we've got. Yep, looks like it's just the spring reverb. So I'm going to go to reverb, and as before, arm your reverb, and I'm going to set that to spring. So my decay on that's going to be 12. Excuse my pauses, it's just I'm looking at my notes. I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. Okay, so that's on 12, and I would like the mix to be set at 15. And I'm going to put the trail on. There you go. Let's have a listen to the sound of it now. Let's get a chord. So if I have it on 10, there might be a little bit of... Okay, put it on the humbucker. And then if I turn my volume down to about 9, 8 or 9, we can clean that up lovely. So that is how I've set up my Brit AC Clean patch. Right, moving on, we are going to make a nice rocky patch with this, they call it a Foxy amp. Okay, we can guess what that is. I call it the AC, so that gives you more of a clue. So let's have a look at the, I'm going to say the sound, as I say, is going to be pretty flat and not responsive because I haven't added anything to this patch as yet. So let's crack on and let's add some noise reduction. So the noise reduction that I'm going to put on here is just 12 on the threshold. Sorry, not 12, 20 on the threshold. What am I talking about? And then arm it. Make sure you arm it. On the last preset that I did, don't forget to press this button up here, which is the save button, okay? I forgot to tell you that, but please press the save button. Right, so let's have a look at the next part. We've got the preset volume, and on this one, it is set at 65. So I need to go to the patch setting part here, set it to 65. There you go. And then go back to that edit there, and then we're all set up for that. So click on the amp, okay? And then hunt for the Foxy 30 TB down here. There you go. There she is. It says it's based on a Vox AC30 HW TB, and TB stands for top boost. Okay, so this is what it's based on. It's based on a Vox AC30, used by the masses. Very cool amp. Okay, so the gain on this is going to be 30. So that's set to 30 there. The volume is going to be on 31. So I'm just going to take that down a little bit. Next to that, I'm going to set the bass to 50, which is set on already. And then I'm going to set the treble to 60. Now I'm going to move down as... See how it moves very easily. So bass was on 50, just move that back. And treble was going to be on 60, wasn't it? Okay, let's have a look at that. Right, that's cool. Right, now the tone cut's set to 35. Or thereabouts. Yep, that's cool. And the character down here is going to be set to hot. And I need to set the cab up. Now, as I said in the last one, if you're using a combo amp, you might not want the cab, but it's up to you. And you can pop it through your FX loop as well if you wish, but make sure you've turned the volume down because it can get a little bit loud. Okay, so I'm going to click on cab next, and I'm going to select the Foxy 2x12. I'm just checking with my notes that there's the cab. Yes, it is, and that's going to be set to 50. Arm that. Right, moving on. On this preset, we are going to use an EQ. And I'm going to use the EQ1. Now let's have a look at that. 125 Hertz is going to be set to 0. Now I've just nudged it slightly, so let's set that back. The 400 Hertz is going to be set to 0 as well. The 800 Hertz, which is getting towards the middle kind of side of things, that's going to be reduced a little bit to -10. There you go. If I move that down, let's move that to -10. As I say, it's easy to just nudge things a little bit in the wrong way. Okay, so 1.6 kilohertz also at -10. And the volume on the EQ is going to be set to 70, so we're going to boost that a little bit. Now, remember, these are just my settings. You can change these to your taste, obviously. And let's arm that EQ, because everybody's individual. And you might find on your system that you might need to take the treble down a bit or raise it a little bit, certain frequencies as well, to go with your setup. Right, so all I've got now is I've got my reverb to go. Arm it. I'm going to set it to spring. You can set it to what you like. Plates are really nice. Halls are nice. It's just my preference. I use spring, that's all. Let's have a look what I've got it on. I've got my decay on 20, so it's a little bit bigger or a longer reverb, let's say, than the previous preset. Just a little bit longer. Okay, and then I've got my mix. I'm going to set that to 15, and that's actually a little bit less than the previous one. Okay, so 15 on that. So let's have a listen to this sound. Now, if you want to make that, obviously bigger sounding, you can up the mix. I mean, if I up the mix to 20, or maybe 25, just so we can really hear it. Let's have a listen to that reverb now. Okay, so you've got a lot more reverb there. I'll pop that back to where it was on 15. Okay, and then all you got to do is hit that at the top there, name your patch, and press on save. Okay, so please do that for the other one as well. I will make a note of that in the video so that people don't forget to do it. And that is how I have made up the lovely AC Brit patches. Now, I've just been sent a GP-5 by Valeton, which is really nice of them. And I hopefully will be doing some tuition on that and showing you how it all works and whatever. But hopefully I'll be doing some more GP-5 videos as well in this series. I've done metal, country, blues, all sorts of things. Just check out the channel for more videos on how to set up your GP-5. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. I've been Steve from Cool Riffs Guitar, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.